Welcome to Watershed Weekly, Episode 6, Glaciers.
I'm Matilda.
And I'm Avery. And this is Watershed Weekly.
Today's episode introduces a new series targeting climate change and its effects on our home, Southeast Alaska.
So what are we focusing on during this episode, Matilda?
Great question, Avery. Today we are going to talk about why glaciers are melting.
We have a variety of glaciers in Southeast Alaska, including Rainbow Glacier, Mendenhall Glacier, Hubbard Glacier, and countless others.
Today, however, we will be addressing one glacier that is very close to our community, Davidson Glacier. Davidson is a large valley glacier that finds its source in the Chilkat Range.
Currently serving as a tourist attraction for both Haines and Skagway, it is famous for its size and placement in the beautiful mountain scenery of Southeast.
Sadly, Davidson Glacier has been through a major stage of regression due to climate-based impact. Since the introduction of mass industrialization during the 1800s, glaciers all around the globe have been gradually retreating.
Increased carbon emissions in our atmosphere have been, over the span of 200 years, warming the planet and changing our natural environment. Davidson is a prime example of this worldwide event as its mass has decreased significantly since it was first observed in 1889. So, Matilda, glaciers are beautiful, but are they really necessary?
Yes, they are. The ice in glaciers acts as a protective barrier over the Earth and its oceans. The bright white spots within the glacier reflect excess heat back into space, cooling our atmosphere and overall preventing climate change. The abundance of glaciers is also helpful in providing fresh water to many communities.
Wow, now I really understand the significance of glaciers and how they positively affect the planet. It's such a shame that they have been so rapidly declining.
It really is, Avery. With that in mind, let's go back to our root question. Why are glaciers melting and how is it affecting our planet?
We briefly addressed earlier in the podcast that glaciers are melting due to industrial advancements, using fossil fuels, and an increase in carbon emissions and greenhouse gases in the Earth's atmosphere. The fossil fuels that are used for energy increases the amount of carbon dioxide, trapping heat and raising global temperatures.
With temperatures rising, the ice making up glaciers proceeds to melt, leaving behind an array of environmental consequences. You can think of this event as in a cycle. Atmospheric temperatures rise due to human activities, melting the glaciers. The glaciers, then losing their mass, are unable to reflect heat coming from space, creating more confined warmth, further speeding up the glacial regression. So Avery, what are the outcomes of this?
Because the vast majority of our glaciers are melting, we are seeing a rise in sea levels, changes in our weather patterns, and wildlife habitat decline. These effects are increasing coastal erosion and elevating storm surges as warm air and ocean temperatures shift to create more frequent and intense hurricanes and typhoons.
This change in ocean temperatures is also disrupting normal patterns of ocean circulation, linking to the collapse of fisheries. Davidson Glacier is a contributing factor to this natural phenomenon. This is easily visible due to the 1,100 meters and more that have melted from 1889 to present day from Davidson alone.
We hope you enjoyed learning about glaciers with us today.
Thank you for listening.
This week's episode was written and narrated by Matilda and Avery for Mr. Van Wy's outdoor English class at the Haines School. Watershed Weekly is a production of Talk Chinook Watershed Council in Haines, Alaska. Support comes from radio station KHNS and from the Reuben E. Crossett Endowment Fund for Children's Health in Southeast Alaska.